Hello, everybody. Hey, y'all. Hello. Welcome to Sheroic Speaks. Everybody, welcome. Come on in. I am so excited. Welcome to Sheroic Speaks, where Black women speak out loud and unapologetically. Oh, my goodness. It has been a long time coming, but we are here. I am your host, Dr. Linda H. Scruggs. I am so excited that we are beginning this journey together. We're going to be talking talking together about a journey that we haven't gone on before. We're going to be talking to Black women. We're going to be lifting and elevating Black women, our voices, our truths, and the power of the Black woman. I'm so excited for everyone who's here with me tonight and journeying this place with us as we start this brand new podcast. As you know, I am the co-executive director over at Ribbon, a center of excellence, is where Sheroic has been created to exist to make sure that Black women health, our lives, our spiritual spaces are all seen as whole and sacred. Our work is about creating spaces where Black women can and will be well. We want to make sure we're healthy. We want to make sure we lead. We want to make sure that we laugh. We want to make sure that we're living free of harm, danger, social stigmas, anything that would eliminate us from thriving unapologetically. This is why Sheroic Speaks has begun this new journey. As you know, Ribbon started Sheroic in two different platforms over the summer. Many of you may have already seen, we released on July the 1st, Sheroic the Magazine, a digital magazine dedicated to Black women, our lives, the things that we're doing, the things we're saying. And if you haven't seen it, we'll drop a link in the comments somewhere that someone to make sure you'll get it before we end today. And then today, here we are, Sheroic Speaks. Sheroic the magazine, and now we're talking about Out Loud, bringing some of the pages in the magazine live to you, but also we're creating a place with you. This is not just Ribbon Place. This is a place that we want to create together with Black women. In coming shows, we'll have many guests with me, talking real talk, real stuff, real Black girl history, knowledge, information. But for today, being this the first show, I wanted to talk to you directly. I'm going to spend the next 40 minutes or so talking to you, setting the stage for what Sheroic Speak is, who she is. And I'm saying she, because she is she, right? And what we're going to build together. We don't want to build, those of you that know me, y'all know I'm a community person, and I want to build her with us. A while ago when talking, folks was like, Linda, we need to have a different conversation. We need a different dialogue. So we started asking ourselves the question, what does that look like? We are not in a place where we can bring everybody in one place and keep doing this. So we decided to do a podcast. And tonight I'm going to ask you to go with me as we're having some grounding questions. And you tell us is what we're building, what you need. What's going to have you come back every month on the first Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 Central, and 4:30 Pacific, that you will be with us. You're going to have to help us build this space out. It is Ribbon Space hosting it, but this is your place. And we want you to know that we see you, we've heard you, and as a result of it, Sheroic does speak. Before I go any further, I want to do a couple of quick shout outs. I want to thank the Ribbon staff, everyone who has helped us think this out, push me. out of my comfort zone. Y'all, I'm nervous. All right, I said it out loud. I'll be okay in a moment. This is a new journey, and Ribbon has some fabulous staff. Our team has been working with us tirelessly. So, what you're going to see over every episode is not just me, it is a teamwork from backstage, back doors, folks talking, reading, doing the research. I want to thank our early supporters, Vive Healthcare and Gilead Sciences, for their support for the work that we're building out under the Sheroic model. So I wanted to make sure all of you, there are more ways we're going to talk to how you partner with us. How do you get engaged in this innovative movement? Sheroic is not just a podcast. It's a movement for Black women where we're getting ready to go somewhere and we're getting ready to do something different. I want to start with my first question because I know some folks are already asking this question. Who is Sheroic for? Quick question, quick answer. Sheroic is for Black women. All of us. It doesn't mean, it doesn't matter. It's all women, whether you're cis, you're trans, your mothers, your grandmothers, your aunties, your nanas, church mothers, sisters, faith leaders. It is all women, college students, caregivers, entrepreneurs, professionals, healers, artists, dreamers. It is for any woman who identifies as Black, who want to be connected in a Black-centric space with Black women who's going to build us. I know often at Ribbon we'll get phone calls that somebody think they're left out. So let me say it right now. We're not going to minimize anyone. We're not going to silence our voices in this process. We are going to exist because our stories matter. So whether you are a Black Latina, whether you're a Black Haitian, however you identify as Black and woman, if it's a Black and it's a woman, Sheroic is for you. Period. There's nothing else I want to add to that. Whether you're 18, 22, 37, 45, 65, or like my mama, 88, getting ready to be 89, or another beautiful woman I know, Miss Liz, who is 98, and she's watching. Sheroic is for you. Sheroic is for all women. Our goal is to reach all women. It's not one health space. It's not one social space. It's not one decision. What I've been told, what I've been asked to do is create a platform that we show up as whole women. Mind, body, spirit, and everything in between. So I'm calling that. We're addressing and we're focusing on women across the decision-making lifespan. So what is the decision-making lifespan? It's something, I don't know if I came up with it, I coined it, but I like it. It's decision-making lifespan. It's from the time that we begin to speak on issues. At times we'll talk about issues about younger women that's under 18, and we'll invite some of them for our guests. But for the most part, I'm talking to women who, at whatever point you are, where you're making your own decisions. And that's not a specific age. That might be for a 17-year-old. That might be for someone who is older. I know for me, I was old, I was an adult, but I don't think I started making life decisions probably till I was in my late 20s. And actually, if I be honest, it was after some very profound things had happened in my life. I had been following. Some of you I know knows parts of my story. I'm a woman in recovery. I think like 38 years, delivery, drug deliverance. I don't know what you want to call it. I stopped using. I stopped using cocaine. I started changing my life. And I wasn't making good life decisions, but I was making decisions. Literally for folks, for most parts of my decision, my life decisions came after profound diagnosis. In 1990, I was diagnosed with HIV. And I had to make a decision to live or die. I made a decision to live. And I think that's when I began living unapologetically. I stopped living for other people. I came up with my favorite color, orange. I came up with the things that I like to do. I spent a lifetime before that diagnosis doing what other people wanted me to do. I'm also from an era, as a woman 60 years old, I grew up in a time where we wasn't taught decision making. We wasn't taught that we had an opinion. We had to do what they told us to do. Shut your mouth. Go in the room. Don't be in grown folks' business. That's why we don't like the millennials and Gen X, the Gen Zs, because they was taught different. Somebody said, oh, let our children have an opinion. Someone said, no, let's hear them little people. And us old folks, why ain't nobody heard me? So, Sheroic is for you. Whether you're a baby boomer, if you're you're the silent generation, Gen Z, whoever, we want you to see and know that we know that you're here. We want to make sure that everyone is seen as a Black woman. As I said, regardless of how you connect to womanhood, Sheroic is for you. I'm going to keep calling. That's going to be my word, y'all, period. For tonight, I'm going to be using period. That's why I don't have a guest tonight. I wanted to talk to you. I'm going to set the ground. We're going to do a deep dive in a couple of minutes. I'm going to take a commercial break for a couple of things. But I want you to know we're going to do a deep dive because y'all know the government shut down. Can't act like it didn't. I'm going to come back to that in a moment. I want to talk to you a little bit about who should Sheroic portray. That's my next question. Want to make sure you know that for a long time we understand that Black women has been known or identified as strong, but not soft. So if I'm strong, I'm bold and I'm bodacious. As survivors, but not visionaries, we've been statistics in health reports, never leaders shaping fields. We have to struggle, fight, scratch. And often we do that to each other. And so we're going to change the coin. We're going to change the narrative. This includes whether you're a blue collar worker, whether you're a white collar worker, whether you don't have a collar, whether you don't have a job. This is for every profession and hey, y'all, homemakers are professions too. I know we know that, but other folks don't know that. Whether you're faith leaders, whoever you are, women, that's who we're portraying. We're portraying the whole her, the whole she. We are here. We're going to be affirming all of our dignity. We're going to be reflecting our diversity. And we're going to be celebrating our resilience, our joy, and our beauty. Wow. We're going to be doing all that as we're discussing everything that impacts Black women, everything that impacts our daily lives, our health, our wellness, our challenges, and those people and those individuals that are important to us. We're going to talk about those things that stigmatize us. Sometimes I get the title as the mad Black woman because woman, I ain't mad, I'm passionate. Oh, and sometimes I am mad. And it's okay that I'm mad because obviously somebody did something that made me mad, right? But that don't mean I got to be a mad Black woman. I'm just a Black woman that's mad. Life happens. Sometimes people or things happen that make Black women mad. We're going to cut that out. We're changing the narrative, period. We're going to talk about things that affirm us, our wealth, our worth, acknowledge our struggles, but we're going to center our power. Many of you who do know me already know centering power is a key element of who I believe. We're going to look at a strength dynamic. We're not going to live in the deficit. Does deficits happen? Yeah, they happen. Does challenges exist? They do. But I'm always going to push that in the midst of whatever we're going through, we see power. In the midst of what we're going through, we go between the lines and we see truth. So, ladies, Sheroic, I'm excited. We're not just women here. We're not just warriors. Now, we are warriors and we are women, but we're not just that. We are full human beings. We're whole, we're complex, we're brilliant, whew, and we're full of joy. We cry, and sometimes we do fight. And we fight hard. We do what's necessary. That's part of the resilience. That's why we are the mothers of the earth. That's when you start with us. My sister Dazon said, you start with a Black woman, you solve the world's problem. So that's why we're here. Transition for a second. I'm going to talk about the tone. That's what staff asked me about. Like, what's the tone? What are we talking about? What are we doing? I think I've already started that. I want us to be like sitting down in Auntie Linda's living room, sitting down in your favorite aunt's kitchen, sitting down with That sister who's going to keep it real with you. Sitting down with that person who's going to give you no cut card. Sitting down with your coach who's going to push you to arrive above and beyond what you can even imagine. All at the same time. That's the tone we want to set. We want it to be calm. At times, I'm sure whether it's me talking, it's going to get hot. Sometimes I'm talking with my guests, it's going to get hot. But we're also always going to respect each other. We're going to be rooted in culture, Black culture. It's okay. We're going to be rooted in faith and spirituality. We're going to be rooted in the history of Black women. We're going to be rooted in our joy. In the midst of every storm, we'll find joy. We're going to be rooted in our ancestors because as Black women, we all sit on the arms and shoulders of other strong Black women, not just the ones in the history books. Some of them are here with us tonight. Some of them have already transitioned, but those are what things we're going to do. When we're talking about how will we set the tone and how will we go forward, we're going to be practical. We're going to be listening to you. We're going to ask you to go into the comments and chats and tell us what we should be talking about. Tell us what's important to you. We're going to be accountable. We're going to be accountable to you. We're submitting ourselves to accountability to represent and to make sure that folks who come to the show represent Black women in a way maybe that's not happening somewhere else. Ribbon always, we look as we're the gatekeeper. We're not mimicking, we're not impostoring what someone else is doing. Sheroic is her own unique self. We're going to be offering you tools. We're going to be offering wisdom, clarity. We're not giving you advice. We're not doctors. We're not therapists. We're not UNA licensures. We're your sisters. We're your friends. We're your nanas. We're coming to you to set that tone. We're going to be calm. We're going to be loving. Yeah, we'll have some attitude sometime. That's going to happen. Now, it's natural, y'all. It's natural. But we're going to be your partner. We're going to be supportive. And we're going to be here to serve you. If you tell us, we won't be able to answer every question. We won't be able to solve all problems. But we definitely will make sure they get to tables. We'll make sure they get into audiences. We'll make sure that right folks get to hear them and know that we're talking to Black women across this country. And I even say across the world because I already had a couple of my sisters from the African diaspora to say that they're up late, early morning actually with us. So hello, my sisters in Joburg and my sisters in Nigeria, as well as in Zimbabwe. I appreciate you staying up with us. I invite all you, all women, to be with us in this live conversation. As we as women are connected together, we're one. We're one sister in this place. We will not go to a break room by ourselves again. We'll take Sheroic with us. Whether you're on a subway, I want you to tell women about Sheroic. Whether you're at the bank, I want you to tell women about Sheroic. Wherever you are, I want you to start talking about this place that you're helping create, that you're helping build. We're not building it by ourselves. I'll tell you one thing though, what Sheroic isn't. So let me say it now, so y'all know I said it out loud. She isn't messy. If you're looking for a messy podcast, that's not who she is. We're going to be having real talk, real time, deep dives, no cut cards, but she ain't messy. I just don't do messy. I know we can do hard stuff, have hard conversations, but we don't do messy. Oh, it's a lot going on, ladies. It's a lot going on. I'm going to do this for a second. I know that my team is out there. I want to ask some of them, go into the chats, drop questions, drop things. We'll come back to the chat in a minute as folks are dropping things in there. But I want you to know that I want to take a commercial break for a second, and not show a video clip yet. I want to talk about it because it's in my mind. It's in my mind. The government shut down yesterday. And I want us at one point before we get to the end, but I'm going to say it now. I want two things you to think about before I get to the end and address this. How do these current events and this shutdown shape the work of our community? How do it make you think about community, justice, and equity? I want us to think about that. I'm going to come back to it. Then I also want you to be thinking about, what do you think that needs to be done? What could Ribbon do in times like this of uncertainty, particularly for Black women? So, how do current events, these shutdowns, include and shape what you think about community, justice, and equity? And also, then tell us at Ribbon, what could organizations like us, not just Ribbon, no, who should we be talking to? What can we do to help you in uncertain times like this? So I'm going to come back to that in a few minutes, but I wanted to put it out there because I want you to have time to think about it. And I want you to go into the chat, into the comments, and do that as you're liking and sharing and doing all that other stuff you're doing as we're having this conversation this evening. I'm gonna go to my third question. I think, what should your focus be? I think I've already said some of this. Our big focus is the whole woman. Everything from her wellness, her health, her body matters. Her whole body, outside, inside, and the part that she can't even imagine yet. We're going to talk about relationships in all its aspects. Everything from intimate partners, parenting, or some of us that have older parents, and sometimes they feel like we're parenting our parents, or we call that caregiving. I'm sorry, call that caregiving. We're going to talk about leadership. What is leadership? What is it? And it's different in different spaces. We're going to talk about joy. We're going to talk about sex, intimacy, pleasure. We're going to talk about financial strength. We're going to talk about wealth. We're going to talk about generational wealth. We're going to talk about bills. We're going to talk about where you live and how you live it. We're going to talk about creativity. We're going to have folks here talking with us about the arts. We're going to talk about joy. We'll talk about survival and thriving. But we're also going to laugh. I love to laugh. We're going to have music. We're going to dance. Yeah, I said it. We're going to dance. I'm going to dance, y'all. I'm one of them Black women with no rhythm, but I'm going to dance because I find joy in movement. So if you see me dancing and I ain't got no rhythm, you ain't going to be the first person to know that Dr. Scruggs ain't got no rhythm. We're going to dance because it's something about the movement of Black women's bodies that releases energy and joy. We're going to sing. I don't sing, but I sing all the time. If you come see me at the church, you probably think I sound good until you come to the row, because it's something about bellowing. It's something about releasing the energy that goes with harmony, that goes in deep into our souls. We're going to do all that. We're going to dance. We're going to sing. We're going to cry. We're going to cry. It ain't all pretty, y'all. Sometimes it hurts. We're going to talk about some things that have hurt us. Many of us are broken. Many of us are hurting. I just reconnected. I'll share with you. I'm going to be transparent. I'm going to be transparent. I was off for a couple of weeks, and over the last couple of weeks, I emailed my therapist, and I made an appointment. And I had a virtual therapy appointment while I was away last week because I need to get back in. I have to take care of myself. We have to take care of ourselves. We're going to talk about mental health. We're going to talk about the traumas. We're going to talk about somebody touched us. We're going to cry. We're going to give you resources. I'm an adamant believer in mental health and trauma healing. So we're already connecting. One of our staff today talked about us connecting to make sure we have resources that as we're doing deep dives, you have the tools you need to support you. Because that's how we're going to be well. That's how we're going to thrive. That's what unapologetic looks like. Self-care, taking care of ourselves. We're going to talk about issues that impact our communities, that affect our communities, that affect our families. We are not going to allow anyone else to define the narrative for us. We're creating our own narratives, not one narrative for all Black women. You're going to have homework. I'm going to ask you to create your narrative. Who are you, Black woman? Where are you doing? Where are you looking for? What are the goals you're setting? What are you healing from? When shall you rise? We all are rising. And some of us, like me, I've had to rise, lay down, rise again. It's real, because y'all, life happens. It's real. I just want you to know that this is not just a podcast. It's going to be a mix of serious, joyful, heavy, light, deep dives, and fun. But without a doubt, is with no apology. Period. No apologies. Period. Y'all, I'm going to tell you, we're going to build community, and I need your help to build this community. I need your help to be with us. Everything from sharing your stories, connecting us to the women that you know that are uplifting, whether it's nanas, whether it's influencers, elected officials, civic, local, as well as federal. All I need you. Tell us who you know. Tell us who we should be talking to. How can we connect? The only way we're going to maintain connectivity is you help us. We have folks, we have a listserv, we got all that information, but you also are connected to other women that you know that they can bring value and pleasure and insight to all of us. So that connection is whether you're a business owner, a provider, you run an organization, you work at an organization, you're a fashion designer, you're an influencer, you're a faith leader, musicians and motivators, as I said, nanas, or simply someone you know in your community that uplift Black women. We want you to connect them to us. Introduce them to us. Send us an email at Sheroic at ribbon3.com. I know it's on the screen somewhere. Send an email. Tell us who we should be talking to. And we're going to talk to them. Right now, we're coming to you once a month. You give us enough information, we'll come even more often. But we want you to help us build. What is the connection? What are we going to do? Consider partnering with us. At the top of the year, we're going to have partner and sponsorship opportunities so that we can grow and we can make sure that women are well. You know, resources, send them to us. This is our place. Sheroic is not ribbons. It is yours. Go into the chat and say, I'm Sheroic. Go into the comments and say, I'm Sheroic. Because we are Sheroic. Period. I'm going to take a quick commercial break. One of the things that we're doing in Sheroic, we're highlighting another way. We'll be talking to some guests and talking to some of you. We're creating these small little commercials. We call them the Sheroic moments. We had 2 of them. Some of you, we were at a conference earlier in the last month. It's October. In September, we was at a conference, and we did a couple of Sheroic moments where we're going to be talking to you in small segments about what are you doing, issues that are important to you. So again, I'm gonna have our backstage folks who are going to take us to have a commercial, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
It was a couple of years ago where it was like a big trend on TikTok where they used to say, I'm a such and such. Of course I such and such. You know, it was like a trend. So everybody was doing different things. I'm a mom. Of course I. So my children, my teenage girls, they said, my mom's an HIV advocate. Of course she listed different things. So they said, of course we just have random condoms around the house. Yes. Of course we talk about uncomfortable topics in front of my friends. So yes, I am that mom.
What is that? What does that look like?
You don't want anybody to die that you love. And so my tact is you got to do what you got to do this, you got to get up, you got to exercise, you can't give up. And she's not really giving up. It's just her body can't move. And I had to learn how to accept that.
Wow. That was our friend, our sister Lynette and Vanessa. Lynette talking about talking about sex with her young people, being an influencer, talking about having real conversations with young people. As I said, we're really talking to older women, but we have to go back and talk to our young ladies. We have too many young women who don't have models, and I don't want to say role models. We are the elders. Whether you're 25, you're the elder of somebody. You're 88, you're the elder of somebody. If you didn't know it then, you know it now. Sheroic is about sowing, planting seeds into other women. So we want to do that. I love Vanessa. Y'all know Vanessa, my co-executive director here with me at Ribbon. She was talking about caregiving and she's caring for her aging mother. It's hard. That's across the lifespan where we're talking about young adolescents or we're talking about our aging parents. We're going to be talking about everything in between as it's related to women. Ladies, please get ready. Let's stay connected. Let's be committed and let's grow this thing together. I want to tell you real simple outcomes. What up we need for Sheroic? Sheroic is again a place where we're looking for women to have healing. We're looking to recognize you. We want you to know we see you. I want you to know I hear you. So when you see suggestions and and I'm real good at saying, oh, so and so told us to do this. You even if we don't say that, I want you to know we're reading, we're listening. So whether you're dropping comments or in message notes or whatever, or you're sending us an email to Sheroic@ribbon3.com, we will know that you are there. We're looking to ensure that there are tools of empowerment. We can't empower you, but we can give you tools to give you strength. But what we can do is create a sisterhood. And that's what we want to do. That's the brand is about creating a black sisterhood that hasn't existed, or maybe it is one somewhere. But what women were telling us, we didn't have one over here. And again, all women, all health issues, all life issues, all geographical locations, whether you're in an urban city, whether you're in the suburbs, whether you're in the rurals, whether you're in the mountains, wherever you are, we're here to have insight with you, but I'm gonna keep using this word, ladies, because we said this your space. We want to be accountable. Tell us what we're doing. Tell us what we're not doing. At times we may shoot a poll out there, ask you how was it. Tell us how was it. Tell us what we shouldn't do again. Tell us keep doing it. We want to be accountable because that's how we know we're going to stay connected to you. We want to be talking about new ways that Ribbon can ensure that your needs are looked at, seen, and the work that we do really has connectivity, visibility, partnerships, and impact that change our lives. Not just make us feel good. We're not a feel good. We need to now make impact that change the experience of Black women, regardless of where she is, how she shows up, what your opinion or isms is. We are committed to making health, mental wellness, and life impacts for Black women. That's why I'm telling you, I'm saying I'm not being messy. It's going to sometimes feel rough. I'm telling truths. I don't know it all. Why I'm going to have guests here. Why there'll be times where we'll have live audiences talking to you. There are times where we'll ask some of you to come and join us. You got something to say? Tell us what you're talking about. Because we want to be that space. We want to be that place. We want to be your sisterhood. We want to be the place where you say, you know what, it's the first Thursday. I got to get ready for Sheroic Speaks. I can't go over there. Or if you can't see us on the first Thursday, you'll catch us on the rewinds or YouTube or Facebook later. But I want you to be here with us live so you can be in the dialogue, so you can be in the conversation of what's happening. That's the only way we're going to sustain if you're here. If you give us what we need, we're going to grow a movement. Not a movement protesting. We advocates, yeah, we advocates. We activists, yeah, we activists. We're movers. We're change makers. We're mothers. We're sisters. We're nanas. We're aunties. We are Black women. We're going to sustain this place by being consistent. As I said to you right now, we're the first Thursday, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central, 4:30 Pacific. That's consistent. If that time grows, we're going to stay consistent. We're going to be here. We're not going anywhere. We're creating something that's manageable. We're creating something that's real and that's doable. And we're creating it with you for all of us. I look to get as much out of Sheroic Speaks as you getting out of it. I need this space just like you. We want to do it together. It's a movement. It's a movement that we're going to grow. We're going to grow it together. We're going to do it together. There's going to be some mistakes. There's going to be some errors. I probably ain't going to apologize, but I'll do correction. I might apologize, but unapologetically don't mean the same thing as apologize. Let's be clear there. I want to take a couple minutes. I know my team is out there. Before we go away, we got just a couple minutes. I don't know if there's any questions or anything out there, folks, I should be looking at. But I want to run down real quick what I just said, those questions. Who is Sheroic for? Black women. All Black women, regardless of her narrative. Black women. Who will be seen? How will we be seen? With dignity, multiplicity, diversity, and resilience. What is the tone that would guide us? Bold, joyful, and unapologetic. What are the things that really matter to Sheroic? Is real life. Our health, our wealth, our leadership, our joy, our advocacy. How will we connect? Through stories, through our partnerships, through resources, through you. That's what we're going to do. What outcomes are we looking for from Sheroic? Is healing, empowerment, accountability, visibility, and connectivity. We want to stay connected. Ladies, we're getting ready. In November, we're going to be taking some deep dives. Before I go away, how will we grow? We're going to grow together. You and I, you and us, together. We're in it together. I have about 3 or 4 more minutes, I think 5 minutes maybe. I want to go back to that conversation of how do current events, including this shutdown, include this shutdown. What do you think about community, justice, and equity? I hope you're in the chats. I hope you're answering these questions for us so that we can talk about what we can do. We can talk about how we can help. We want you to breathe. We want you to connect to your local officials. We want you to connect to your local governments. Here in my local government, they're already responding here in the DMV, the DC area. I'm in Maryland, right outside of Washington, DC. They're already having those communications on what folks can do in this shutdown. I'm always going to tell you to pray. Whether you pray, whether you light candles, whatever your spirit space is, throw energy and love into this space. We want you to do that. We want you to take care of each other. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to drop some names down in the chat. I got a giveaway. I think Kim is down there. You guys can't see it, but we got this little game we play, the Wheel of Names. Drop your names down in the chat or the comments, and Kim is going to text me a name in a minute. We're going to give one of our. I don't have one sitting here with me. We have hot off the press. I'll put a picture of it online later. The Sheroic T-shirt, our first branded product. We're going to give somebody a T-shirt tonight. Folks who know me I love giving stuff away. So at every show we'll have something, whether it's branded or gift cards or something, because we like getting stuff. Ladies like gifts. We still like flowers. You might get some flowers. You might get a T-shirt. You might get some jewelries. Any kind of thing. I see y'all dropping y'all names in the chat. I thank you. I love it. We're going to take a couple minutes to do that. I want you to think about also, when you think about organizations like Ribbon, we're not the only one. What can organizations like us, whether we're national or we're local, what might you need us to do in such uncertain times? Times are uncertain. I wish I could say it's going to get better. I don't know if it's going to get better. It's likely not to get better, but what can we do to get different? How do we help each other push through this uncertainty? I do believe we can do that. Drop those things in the chat. I see y'all are dropping stuff in the chat. Your names, great, great, great. I'm going to give you about 2 more minutes to drop them in. I know Kim is writing fast over there. And she's going to send me a text on the phone because I can't see the wheel that she has. Yes. She's doing it. So all right. Ladies, again, I want thank you for being with us. We're not finished. Tell other sisters about this space. I hope you set your calendar, put it in your calendar to be with us. We're going to be here. We're going to ask you to make sure to subscribe, share. Next month, bring another sister with you. Bring someone to this circle. Join me on the first Thursday of every month. I'm going to keep saying it, y'all. We're going to be reminding you. Please, once this post is live, share it with other sisters. We having a watch party here in the office. My team, my folks is here. My mom is in the other room. My husband and Vanessa's in the other room. Have a watch party. Have a discussion about these conversations. We're building sisterhood, y'all. We're going to do something different. Hey, Taj, I see you. I see you, Yolanda. Hey, everybody. I love it that I see my sisters and everybody is showing up. Thank you for being with us. Kim is, I'm going to stop y'all from chat. I'm going to stop. That's right. State to state tours. Come on, Yolanda. Do y'all want Sheroic to come to a neighborhood where you are? All right, Kimberly. I'm going to take this last name into the wheel. Guys, I'm no more names because Kim has to draw it. One of the things I always going to do, I always, in every hour, I leave 10 minutes for you. I leave 10 minutes for you. So often in our schedules, we're so busy. We go from one thing to the next. Most podcasts may be an hour. I'm going to try to be 45 to 50 minutes because I want you to take the next 10 minutes to transition, the next 10 minutes to think about your heroic self. I want you to think about what you do with the information you had. I want you to think about the sister who wasn't here tonight and make sure she gets the link. Make sure she joins the movement. Make sure she joins the tomorrow. Make sure she joins what you're building. Make me happy, y'all. Drop in the comments and in places. Say, I am Sheroic. Because Sheroic is not just Linda. Sheroic is not just the ribbon team. You are Sheroic. That's how we came up that name. Because as Black women, throughout centuries, we are Sheroic. Kim, you dropped the name for me? We have a name, Wanda Commander, and maybe a stage name. Wanda, do me a favor. Please, Kim, drop the email in there. Wanda Commander. Please email us so we can be in touch with you. We're going to know how to figure out if you Wanda the Commander. And don't know trolls being here emailing us saying that they Wanda. We got ways to figure out who you are. So our first winner, Sheroy, y'all give us some love. Give Wanda some love. Thank you, Wanda. Thank you, everybody. It has been wonderful. I'm so excited that you was here with me on this journey. I am Dr. Linda A. Scruggs. Ladies, remember this. You are Sheroic. Have a great evening, ladies. I'll see you next month.